Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Gaming with the Cats. I'm Newt Mechanist, and today we're going to be playing some 20 Minutes Till Dawn. Before we get into that, though, let's check in with the cats. We have Sky up in the cat tree, and then down below him on the bottom right corner there is Sammy. Across the desk, we have Weasley, so it's top left and top center. Over here on the right, on the table, we have Rorschach. Across the way on the shelf in the lower right corner of the screen there is Ember. Tom is not visible right now because he has commandeered my lap. Getting some head scratches. Tom is very picky. I need to push my chair further away from the desk and I need to lean back so he has sufficient room to lay down. If I try to use my keyboard, he will ram his head into the crook of my elbow and be very upset if I move. But yes, we are going to be playing some 20 Minutes Till Dawn, which is a, let's say, a roguelike, top-down, effectively twin-stick shooter, but kind of 360 shooter, where you pick a character and a weapon at the beginning, and then you are periodically given perks to change the behavior of your character and weapon. The goal is to survive for 20 minutes until dawn. You get rewarded with currency the better you do and the longer you last, and you can use that currency to unlock new characters and starting guns. It is akin to the Vampire Survivors game, but I would say fantastically more intense. So with that said, let's get on into it. We're going to stop our other music and we're going to kick in the game's menu music. I do kind of like the audio on this game, which is why we're going to play that instead of our normal soundtrack. There we go. So again, 20 minutes till dawn. Now I have played this. You can see I do have a pile of runes here, but we're going to start with the baseline character. I don't know what this little symbol means. They may have added that. But so we have Shauna to begin with. Shauna gets re-rolls on the perk selections. And the starting weapon is a revolver. 6 shots, then you reload. Anytime you are not shooting, your character is actively reloading. Each gun has damage it does, number of projectiles per shot. It has a time that it takes to reload, how fast it fires, and how many shells. So in this case, of course, with a revolver, they're going for the 6-shooter style revolver. Down the tree, so you've got 2 cats to look at. But with that, let's get going. There is a quick play mode where it's half the time, you go faster, but it stops the achievements. I'm guessing, yes, every time you survive the night, you get another layer of darkness that you can activate. We're going to start at 0, again, the default of the game, so you can get a feel for it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete levels. It gets intense. Get this nice thumping music going. When you start out, the revolver takes 2 shots to take down an enemy. Helps if you don't miss. Now these little green globules on the ground are experience points. You need to make sure that you're collecting those, getting close enough to them, because that's what unlocks more perks. There is a perk line that will make that easier to do. Those trees are enemies as well. They will hurt you if you hit them. Let's see. So we've got our 5 suggestion options, and like I said, Shauna can re-roll this and see if she gets a second set. There are also combo effects that you can get based on which perks you've selected. A combo perk may appear later. So we've got Frost Mage, which starts out with a chance to freeze. It pins them in place for a few seconds. And as you advance it, you can get a flat percentage damage when they get frozen. You can get, when you empty your clip, you can get some shards that inflict freeze. And then if an enemy is killed while frozen, they explode and deal max health damage to enemies around them. Kind of your Diablo 2 corpse explosion style thing. Ghost Friend is what it sounds like. You summon a little ghost buddy, and that ghost buddy fires shots that pierce through enemies, progressively getting better. Double shot, that line is multi-shots. Things like, 2 projectiles instead of 1 with a slight bullet damage decrease, all the way down to even more projectiles. So you get double base, so that's 2, and then we get +1. So this would give us a 3 to 4 because we'd already have double shot. Faster reloads and related. Faster reloads has reload rate and max ammo, but it also has buffs immediately following reloading. And then light weaponry is magic dagger. Most things that deal damage deal the same damage as your bullets, unless they're like a debuff. So seek targets, changes into a scythe, or you get a scythe, do more damage. Now, a lot of the summons, like the ghost and the knives, have effects that say summon damage and attack speed. So all little minions, the knives, the ghosts, get those buffs. Summon attack speed, summon damage. So you can go for pure summon if you end up wanting to. I haven't tried Magic Dagger, so we're going to try Magic Dagger. Okay, Magic Dagger, pretty cool already. You can see it whipping around through that crowd, tearing it up. It's making my revolver effectively way more lethal, which let us get a whole lot of XP at once. That gives us another perk already. Let's see. So we've got lightning bolts. When it starts, this will be every second shot we get a lightning strike. Holy Shield can turn into something very powerful. You start out with a bubble that protects you from a hit of damage. You have 4 hits and then you die. This protects you from a hit, but it takes 2 minutes to come back. It can make it so, and then you can get buffs while the shield is active, culminating in it only taking a minute to get your shield back. There's Frost Mage again. Magic Lens I really didn't like when I tried it the first time. An arc will circle you slowly. If you fire through it, your bullets do more damage and get bigger. And apparently it's affected by summon damage too. The problem I have is that you can't guarantee that you will you'll get to fire through it. Rapid firing. It's a rate of fire job. We're going to re-roll that upgrade set, see if we can get something better. Okay, Sharpen is going to increase our summon damage. The knife will do 40% more damage. I want to keep going down this knife line. So you can see the knife is now doing 28 instead of 20. Which doesn't help just yet, but as we go along, those percent bonuses will tell. Okay, we've hit the around the 1 minute mark, so we're I got myself clipped. We've started to get the exploding enemies that will try to get next to you and blow up. So we've got Pyro Mage, which lets you light things on fire and related things. Take Aim gives you reduced bullet spread and bullet speed. Bullet speed can make the bullets go further as well. You can get some piercing, and you can get an execute with Assassin down that line. But we're going to go for Magnetism because that increases your pickup range. In Vampire Survivors, this is like the Attraction Orb. This is very valuable. because you have to be getting those green spheres to get your level ups, and it's very common that you're going to have to circle enemy groups in order to avoid them swarming you. So having more pickup range means you don't have to get as close to the enemies and risk getting hit. Okay, upping our bullet damage and heading towards Reaper rounds I think is good. The power shot line will give you things like enemies exploding into more bullets, just raw damage, and eventually piercing. It will also make our dagger hit harder still. And now that we're at 27 base damage, we are killing a lot of the base monsters in one hit. This is great. Vitality, this line, can be pretty valuable. It increases your max health. If you do increase your max health, you do get a full heart. The upgrades aren't fantastic, but getting regeneration is essentially do-over points, which is good. But for now, I'm going for recharge, which gives us even more pickup. And every time we pick up, we might get another bullet in our clip. Which, as we go along, the ability to have more shots before we have to hold still for a full sec, or stop firing, not hold still, for a full second is a big deal. Threaded the needle there. Okay, so Dragon Egg is... I haven't seen it hatch yet. The thing is, you have to have it for 3 minutes before you get the dragon. Let's see. The scythe orbits you. You know what? Let's try to get the dragon. If we're going for some summons, we might as well get the big one. The explodey ones, if you haven't noticed, do damage their allies. So you can kind of use them as the classic red barrel attack. Like that. Okay. So here we can see one of the dragon upgrades. Every 60 seconds from when you take it, the dragon that hatches and the dragon that has hatched gets faster attacks in this case. There's also one for damage. And then you can get one that says, as the dragon's damage goes up, so does yours. If we're going dragon, we're going to make the dragon stronger. I always do like some more pickup range, but let's get that dragon rolling. This is our first mini-boss monster, the red glowy one. We will get a treasure box that is just another perk when we defeat this one. Eventually. We're focusing on getting XP, though. Alright, so this is the glare line. Your vision circle is the lit area around you. And what glare will do is make that area bigger and make enemies take damage while they're in it. I do like the glare line, but we're going to try something different this time. We're going to add more oomph to our attacks. Bigger bullets. Just more damage, fires slower, but they do let us kill the basic enemies in one hit. Which is a big deal. And it makes the dagger stronger. Load, pop you. There's our treasure box, which we're going to want to circle back for. Here is another dragon upgrade, which is going to start at building damage. that upgrade. Alright, so these upgrades are special perks. So the next upgrade I take gets tripled. And we get an upgrade. Which is well timed because we can get to take Reaper rounds now. And it's tripled. So our bullets intrinsically will pierce through 3 targets, do 45% more damage, and will pierce through killed enemies without costing a pierce. So our survivability just got greatly increased because we can clear better. Pop some monsters. Alright, well, more pets. We're going to get the rotating scythe, which will create essentially a bit of a kill zone around us. It's not a kill zone like glare, you know, it's rotating, but it will help clear off one portion of our circle of influence. Here's our next boss. He likes to charge. He'll get within range and then dash towards you. Okay. Now we're going to get stronger as the dragon gets stronger now. There's our dragon friend. Now this guy has created a bit of an arena. We won't be able to exit it for a bit. I generally do not like these. These are trade-offs. So I reload slower, but my summons attack faster and deal more damage. Okay, that one might be good. This one we lose max HP, but our bullets deal more damage and our bullets get bigger and pierce more. So this one is not terrible for us, but the loss of max HP will hurt. And this is more max HP down, bullet damage down, but our bullets bounce, which I don't like. We've got a lot of piercing. Our summons, the reduced reload would be extremely painful. Our reduced fire rate, not so bad since we're using our semi-auto, kind of our revolver. But having the bullets get 50% stronger does still increase the damage of the summons. Alright, we are moving along. Let's get that double magic dagger going. Alright. We are 6 minutes in, so now we have enemies that fire projectiles. And the basic enemies have become more durable. Going back up to requiring 2 hits. But because we've got so much piercing on our bullets, we still get some good clear. Alright, where to next? I think some more bullets is going to help us. Especially since with the bigger size to our bullets, we can hit a lot of enemies with 2 of them. Is that pickup range helping us again? This is a bullet spread upgrade, which will get us closer to Fusillade, but I don't like it. you have to empty your clip, and then it will fire a rotating circle of bullets. So it'll start like top and rotate around you, kind of thing. But they do very little damage, which can be painful. Watch and Learn would give us still more pickup range and increase our visual radius, which is okay. Let's re-roll that. What did we get? A lot of the same stuff. In this game, movement speed is actually pretty useful. You're having to thread through enemies a little more often. That can be a big deal. The extra 25 damage, not great, but one of these... So, one of the big reasons that you would take the glare line is this one, Sight Magic. So, if you have any on-hit effects, things like the freeze or the burn or lightning, your Sight Magic will make it so that the every 2 seconds tick from glare applies those on-hits, which can turn very powerful very steadily. We are going to increase our movement speed a bit because we're going to want to be able to keep ahead of this mess that is forming. So the reason that the bullet spread ones spread out is they increase your spread stat. It's not because it creates a pattern that they must fire in. Okay, we can increase our rate of fire, which would mitigate some of what we've got. I'm going to take aim because it's going to reduce spread and increase the speed. And now if I fire, the bullets are right on top of each other, and we're getting that double hit more easily. Which lets us go back. Oh, I just got tagged. I didn't see that one. So we can get extra bullet penetration. We've already got a lot of that. So we're going to take the sniper instead, which is more speed and damage. We're going to try to circle back around and get some of those XP globules that we have been generating. Okay. We have been taking some hits, so I'm going to take the extra max health to offset point of that damage. And maybe we'll work our way towards the 1 health regenerated every minute and a half. Ouch, we get tagged again. It was important that I took that. I think it was the tree. I think I stood near it for too long. I didn't realize that was a mechanic, but I think that's what's happening. Okay. We get another upgrade effect. Reroll those. Alright, this would make us bigger and give us 2 more max health. I think we need to. So you can see we're much bigger. Our movement speed is technically reduced, but we already increased it with the prior perk. Alright, we are just about at the 10-minute mark, which makes the second tier of monster appear for us. This is not great. We're going to get another summon friend going. They do not benefit as much from bullet damage effects like the knives do. But it's another minion, so it will aid our summon damage, which is a non-trivial portion with the dragon coming out here. Ouch. So you can see where this differs from Vampire Survivors pretty substantially in the amount of time you have to spend running. Your offense is potentially not going to be enough to tear things up as easily as you can get to in Survivors. And you got to click a lot more. Okay, do need to start circling back. Oh boy. Nope, there we go. So at the end, it gives you your full summary. How long you lasted. I think it's kills, and then let's see. I don't know what that 20 is. But we get currency. So we quit back out to menu. And what we can do is we can spend to unlock. I don't like the UI decision that they made here. The unlock only happens if you hover over the unlock button. If you're hovered over the weapon, essentially the bottom 2/3 of the weapon, or the character, top 2/3 of the character, you don't unlock. So I wouldn't mind doing a summon run again with Lilith here, who causes spirits to appear. She summons spirits when that happens, when she gets a kill. So they deal only 8 damage, but it's potentially a cascading kill. So you have characters that have related abilities. So, like, Shauna starts with 4 HP, Diamond starts with 7. Then you have some of the elemental characters, like Scarlet, who has Wave of Fire on 3rd shots. And then you have, where is it? Spark, who does the lightning effect, 50% of the 50% chance on bullet hit, minor lightning, but it's a little damage boost. Let's try Lilith. And then we pick a weapon. So we've got shotgun, which does shotgun stuff. You have 2 shots, so it's a double barrel, and you get 4 projectiles by default. So you can see where that, paired with the projectile boosters, has percentage-wise a reduced impact, but area of effect-wise an increased impact. Crossbow hits relatively hard. Its gimmick is that it's a charge shot that gives you more damage and piercing the longer you charge. The danger is it's 1 second between shots. Flame cannon, which I'm guessing is some sort of flamethrower. Dual wield SMGs. So each gun has its own effect. So, since each one is firing, each one of them has its own, like, ticks of lightning, that kind of thing. Sorry, right there. Triggers on-shoot effects twice. The bat gun shoots bats that chase down enemies. Bats are both bullets and summons. Well, given that Lilith has some summon power, let's try to lean into the summons again. And we're still going to play on Darkness 0 until we actually get a completion here. So you can see the projectiles are homing, and then the kill projectiles are homing. Well, we can get started taking the dragon egg. References. What was it? The dogs or the bees, or the dogs with bees in their mouths so that when they bark they shoot bees at you. Hey there, Flexi. This is 20 minutes till dawn. We got about halfway through our first run on stream. Well, and I get distracted and I get punched. That's how it go. We're gonna see how this goes. We're stacking summons up. So I've got the dragon egg cooking. I've got the ghost friend with its piercing shots. Ghost friend is particularly useful because it has a lot of buffs to all summons in its perks. The ghost friend itself is okay. Looks like Restream is not connecting properly to stream chat, so we're gonna switch on over. There we go. Yeah, sadly Restream doesn't try to connect itself. Instead, it is dependent on you telling it particularly which stream you want it to connect to, which is a hassle and not worth my time to deal with. Well, at the moment, it is not worth my time to deal with. I may start dealing with it at the beginning of YouTube streams so that we can still get that nice Restream text UI. I do like that. We'll get the dragon firing faster. I do want those magic daggers, but we'll ideally get to those. Part of the reason that we're going for all these summon perks is anything that says it improves summon damage affects my bat gun too. Bat gun benefits from bullet and summon upgrades. So here's summon damage and attack speed increased, and now our ghost friends will shoot where I'm aiming. Get out of that mass here a moment. When those bomber ones go off with Lilith here, it has a real cascade effect. I wouldn't mind starting down this road. I'll probably try to go through Anger Point instead of Giant this time. But getting regeneration earlier would be nice. Do need to start buffing up this bat gun more and more, or getting some of the more meaningful summons like the magic knives. Let's do this first. I do not know if you can actually kill those trees. There's our dragon. Okay, again, let's try to get towards regeneration early. Okay, we're going to get one of Lilith's upgrades here. Undead Army. Summon damage is up, and so is their attack. That is nice. Which again affects the bat gun. Now we're going to gain 10% of the attack damage of the dragon. The damage is starting to pour out. This is good. Okay, let's get those magic daggers going. Magic dagger is an excellent early summon, since it is affected by bullet damage, and it has summon affecting upgrades, and it just clings to things. For those of you familiar with Noida, it's akin to the spider friend, the lucky companion. Okay, let's get our sickle going too. Our second mini boss. Oh, it died super fast. We're going to go for that Tome of Summoning again. 50% summon damage and attack speed, but our reload rate goes down. That is tricky with the bat gun because it reloads slowly. Very, very slowly, but we have a lot of minions to try to make up for that, and minions that hit very, very hard. Okay, we're going to go with Sharpen, which will increase our summon damage and thus our bat gun damage. We get a nice kill cascade effect going here, where more deaths means more summoned skulls, means more deaths. Okay, we're going to go for the double magic dagger. Summons attacking faster. Double magic dagger. Magic dagger is excellent. Also, I didn't know, but summon attack speed makes the scythe spin faster. Hose the place down with bats and then juke around a little bit. Now we get our summon attack speed up. Wave of bullets out. Alrighty, what next? Since we're playing as Lilith and not Shauna, we don't have the reroll, so we've got to pick from what we have available. We could use this to try to accelerate our leveling, and I think we're gonna. Magnetism will make it so that we can pull these in, the XP in from further. Let's actually go for more bullets. Punch on through. The summon attack speed is really telling on the dragon minion there. Okay, this will give us even more projectiles because it fires one behind us as well. Okay. Let's bump up our bullet damage. I wouldn't mind even more pickup range, but that doesn't offer a lot of it. Screen is very busy, but luckily hostile projectiles are red. It does get harder to see the enemy amidst the chaos here because they are that dark green color. Alright, summon damage up, and our ghosts shoot 2 projectiles now. Which is they shoot 3 because we've increased our projectiles. More kills, more levels. Alright, let's get those Reaper rounds. That's going to give our bats some piercing. Which will increase the amount of bullet madness going on the screen here. We are just about at the 10-minute mark, which is why the giant flying lamprey monsters are showing up. Okay, this is our first combo perk. We have Summon Mastery. which is going to make it so that our summons do even more damage. Our attack speed goes up even more. Our bullet damage goes down, but since we're using the bat gun, it's counteracted by the plus summon damage. In these dribs and drabs of XP going here. Alright, what's next on the list? I don't like magic lens for this gun, seems like a waste. Well, it is a summon. Well, we gotta take it, it's a summon. And I do have full control over where I fire, given that these are homing rounds. Oh, there's our next mid-boss. I did get tagged by something there. Mid-boss deleted. Lilith Necromancer. Summon damage. Up 20%, and we get a double spirit when we get a kill now. So the mayhem is increasing. Alright, can we get... Okay, igniting lens. Now our bats will be able to ignite things. Is kind of a nice bonus. Sure, we don't get distracted by all of the projectiles going out from us, such that we ignore a enemy projectile here. I don't know what we got tagged by there, but we did. Might have been what I was just mentioning now. This will double the effect of our lens, but I don't feel like we're getting too much benefit out of there. We're going to add frost, because then our bats can freeze and buy us more time. Six more minutes to go on our survival till dawn here. Just shells going everywhere. Now, Frostbite is going to make it so when I freeze them, it's a max health hit. Which, while not fantastic, is still a reasonable chunk of damage. Alright, what's next? Ice Shards is low value to us because it requires that we empty our clip. And the back gun isn't fast. So we're going to take this Holy Shield to protect our last 2 hearts here. That boss just melted. That was gross. Rage is less bullet damage, more fire rate. I don't like any of these. Gonna ignore it. I took the one I wanted already. That boss that just liquefied does a telegraphed, I'm going to laser these spots and rotate a bit move. Ever so intimidating when you don't have the ability to cover the screen and homing death projectiles. This would make us bigger and give us more health, but I don't really want that. So let's go for some reload speed. The speed that dragon just keeps firing. I believe that's the final mid-boss there. And he dead. Necrophile. Gain more move speed for 1 second when something dies. Do not think that word means what you think it means. We'll do an intrinsic burn on the bats. Okay, still don't have that regeneration showing itself. Since we do have 2 on-hit abilities, we'll go with Glare so that we buy more time if things get close to us. Well, if we get further in Glare. Do. Pickup range. Well, let's do more bat ammo. Just melt the dudes. Just melt the dudes. This is remarkably chill for this game. I mean, there's a whole lot going on the screen, don't get me wrong. And I'm two hits away from death, since my bubble got popped a little earlier. But there's enough damage going on that it hardly matters. Fresh clips, not so great. Same with reload speed here. Well, once the bubble appears. Last 2 minutes. Oh, we just got tagged. One more hit and we're dead. Okay, our bubble just reactivated. That's good. Back up to 2 hits. Okay. Let's up that burn damage. We're getting a lot of it. Now, I believe because we have intense burn and frostbite, we can now get one that makes it so that if they get frozen, they light on fire. There's our sight magic, which will make it so that if they get close enough to us, they might freeze. There it is, Frostfire. When you inflict freeze, you also inflict burn. Got that at the, too bad it's when you inflict burn, that it's not also inflicting burn inflicts freeze. Look how fast that dragon fires. It's like I got a flamethrower. I just got an achievement called Gotta Catch 'Em All. I don't know why. Let's see. Survive the night with 8 summons. Any of the red ones are either... The red-lined hexagons are combo perks. The red books are trade-off perks. But yeah, if you survive the night, you get a healthy chunk of currency. And again. Let's see, who this time? So Abby could be useful if you have something with crazy fast reload. Let's see. Hina's Shadow Clone is interesting. How about Spark? Then... It's grenades. Grenade explosions can hurt you. Let's leave that alone for now. So SMGs might be the way to go. It looks like there's a bit of a lineup. Yeah, there's a bit of a lineup with each character. That it makes sense that Spark would use dual SMGs because of the bonus per hit. Though I don't know why Hino would be lined up with the flame cannon instead of like crossbow or something. You'd think Scarlet would be the flame cannon. But let's do that. Dual SMGs. So we're going to go for on-hit effects with this one. Wonder if her lightning is considered a bullet effect. So it's every second shot calls down lightning. Well, this fires 2 at once. So every time 2 bullets hit, I get a lightning strike. Okay. Energized round. Oh, this is a summon that I missed out on with Vampire Girl there. Electro bugs. Let's go for those energized rounds. Keep up the on-hit. Every time you see the sparks around her, that's her getting extra ammo for electrocuting things. Okay, we're going to take magnetism over the lightning upgrade just because we want to have that extra pickup range. Okay, let's get some freeze in there. Thread the needle a bit. Okay, now we're going to get the frostbite so that we do a little more damage when we freeze them. Okay, we got to circle back around a bit. There's a lot of XP on the ground. Now we'll take Electro Mastery. So that's all lightning damage is increased by 12. That's usually about 34 damage per lightning strike, I believe. But the area of effect goes up, so we get a little bit more clear out of it. Now keep in mind, she already does lightning damage with her passive. Okay, more on hits, pyro bullets. Okay. So every 5th shot, so every time we fire 3 times, we're going to get a fireball. Ouch. So I've got to be careful. Spark only has 3 health. Electro Bug, not so great. We're going to take that Holy Shield. Give us an extra hit every 2 minutes, essentially. Bullet damage down, lightning damage up. Okay. Intense burns, more burn damage. Goes with the fire that we've got. Circle around, get some more of this XP that's just laying there. Okay, we've got Frostfire now. Oh, actually, I'm going to hold off on Frostfire. Whenever I inflict burn, there's a tiny chance that I heal. And healing is rare and valuable. Alright. We're going to go down the glare line so that we can eventually get our on hits on everything else. Punch a hole, get out of there before he shows himself. Had some narrow misses there. Right, now we're going to take the Frostfire so that we're getting more burns. I guess to keep going with the Simpsons references, you know. Always found that the burns-heavy Simpsons episodes were the better ones. Let's go down that health line. Not liking the amount of clear that I've got with this. Okay, we're going to try to run back to the XP here. Okay, we're going to take Sight Magic so that we get the passive tick. Which we just saw there with the lightning strike. Super wide around, get some more of that XP. We're going to trigger our glare effect more often, once a second now. I think our build decisions were a mistake. There goes our bubble. I mean, it's flashy looking, but it's not clearing enough. Well, pickup range and vision range is useful to us right now because that increases the range that the glare will take effect. It's another hit. Conveniently, we did get a warmth proc earlier. Just again. So that has already carried its weight. Okay. Magic Lens, not good for us here. Let's get the bug to be calling down still more lightning. We are somewhat being carried by our glare, our sight magic effect here. I mean, I'm kind of pleased. I didn't think we'd be making it this long, given our performance just a little bit earlier there. Still like the beat on this. Move and reload speed. No, we're going to take Anger Point, not because we want to get hit, but because we want to unlock regeneration. Oh, there goes our bubble. That's another hit. Now we are getting a lot of passive reload happening because of the lightning damage from the glare and similar effects. Duck and weave, duck and weave. Guy's gonna be a problem. He generates a lot of little gribblies. Another problem is we've stopped getting a lot of kills, and thus we have stopped generating much XP. Another hit. Another hit. And we're down. So I think I needed more bullet upgrades sooner there. That is unfortunate. But we made it reasonably far. Let's see, that's more fire. You know what? Fire damage. Then... not a fast reload, and it doesn't do a lot of damage. Do a shotgun. Shotgun. Well, let's stack the fire, I guess. Actually, let's take vitality early. So we can look at synergies early. And see, like, mini clip. So if you have fanfire, which is the you reload and it spreads around you, and fresh clip, you reload twice as fast and your bullets hit harder, but your clip is effectively 1. Which, if you've got a single shot weapon like the crossbow or the grenade launcher, well, the crossbow really, mini clip becomes very powerful. Let's see. Any of these that are super relevant? Gun mastery is just plain good. Death rounds, Reaper rounds, and light bullets. You have less HP, but you have a flat plus damage on your bullets, which means that all those plus bullet damage ones will be working on a stronger number. I'm hoping that they add more synergies here. Once again, we've got to make sure that we're getting all these little XP things, especially early on. It makes a big difference. Oh, lit them all up that time. Alright, what next? What next? Bullet speed and reduce spread. Bullet speed, good for shotguns. Shotgun bullets are short-lived, so having extra speed means you get more distance out of them. Okay. Early bubble, maybe? Nah, freezing bullets. We have a lot of... Now, one useful thing is the shotgun counts as one shot, so if the bullets are going to freeze, they freeze. If it's not going to freeze, all of them don't freeze. That was different about the SMG in that each of the bullets was independent like that. Ouch. Okay, let's get some power shot in there. I wonder what her passive perks are. Just barely dodged through that pair of them. Let's get those big bullets. Let's... Firing that shockwave through them is making a big difference. Bullet piercing is going to help as well. More bullet speed. Burn lasts twice as long. That's universally the burn status condition. That XP. Our holy shield. 2, 2. Or see friend. Right, now we're going to take those pyro rounds. There's my bubble popped. Divine Blessing not going to help right now. We'll just take Watch and Learn to get more pickup radius. Oh. Near in death. I need to get some more... Nope, nope. Need to get some more clear. Alright, let's see. Who's next? How about Diamond? All her extra health. And... you know what? Let's look at the crossbow. Oh, well, we had Darkness 1 on. No wonder. Oh, that does a lot of damage with its charge. Okay. Just a little bit of charge, and it's enough to kill at this level. So let's lean into that. Looks like just a little bit of a charge gives you Pierce 2. Like, you're talking fractions of a second on the difference in the charges here. Those big bullets. Get that XP. Get the Reaper rounds for extra Pierce. Okay, you don't have to charge at all to get a lot of effect out of it. But we're going to reload faster. That will help, since I have to reload after every shot. bullet speed isn't great for this thing. You know what? No, let's start with take aim. That unlocks more than Splinter does. Okay. Ooh. Max ammo +2. That just made a world of difference. Okay, double shots. Berserk. Increase fire rate, reload rate by 10% every time you get hit. That's permanently. Okay. This could be interesting. I want to see. Okay, that's better on this one. Because the crossbow bolts have a lot of knockback and pierce intrinsically. Oh, and the splinter affects it too. Shrapnel everywhere. Rapid fire I wasn't impressed with. I mean, light bullets is nice to get. Let's get vitality rolling. Okay. More bullet speed and damage. I have reduced the audio. The bass audio on the game is really loud for stream. Also, hello there, Lunar. This is, of course, 20 Minutes Till Dawn. We are playing as Diamond, who is the high health berserker. Could go for even more health, but I'll get hit more. Let's go for that bullet pen and bullet speed and more piercing. Well, here, let's... We're using the crossbow right now, which is a charge shot, but the way we've built up, we've got lots of rapid shots. Okay. We gotta take Fusillade. More projectiles. Alright, what next? Every time we kill an enemy, we bump up our reload speed a little bit. Let's do it. And make sure I'm adjusting the way that I'm firing to account for the way that the bullets are spreading out now. Move speed is actually pretty valuable in this game. Oop. Because I need to be able to thread through the monsters properly, you know, but not charge into one, but... We are heading into one of the really dangerous segments here. Okay, I don't want to... exactly there, Lunar. It's... In Vampire Survivors, it's really about how much damage you can crank out, because the enemies aren't as aggressive. In this case, from the get-go of the game, they are on you and they tend to take more than a couple of hits. AoE is still very important in this. Okay. Do a little bit behind us. That'll help mitigate some of the encroachment here. Okay, we're at the halfway mark. Which means we get the flying lampreys. Thanks there, son, and welcome aboard. Yes, we are playing 20 Minutes Till Dawn, and that one is Weasley. A little bit in front of the camera, you can see part of Tom's back. Those are two of my cats. Pushing through, pushing through. Ah, yeah. Though I will say, in this game, clear is critically important. Nope, got us. Yes. Sung there, the reload has that same feel. There's no active time reload to it, it's just showing you the meter. Well, while we're considering this, since we've got somebody new to the channel, let's show all the kitties here. Upper left is Sky, and in the lower right of the upper left, you can see Sammy. Top center is Weasley, like I mentioned, and then at the bottom of the camera, you can just see Tom, who is in the upper right camera there, napping. Tom is enormous. And then on the right-hand side, we have Rorschach, who is just conked out. That is my swarm of cats. If you've ever seen my shorts, I always have the cat. Well, if you've seen my shorts, you would know. But if you take a look at like the Noida shorts or anything like that, I always make sure the cat cam is prominent. All right, who next? Abby's ability seems questionable to me. Let's try Hina with her Shadow Clone. And to go with the Shadow Clone, Flamethrower. Set the darkness down to 0. Okay, Flamethrower has intrinsic piercing, fires quickly, reloads slowly. Definitely more of a DOT weapon. That is a consideration. Okay. the Shadow Clone is as much about dash. All right. Let's get some more spread shots going early, because we're going to need a lot more coverage. All right. We already intrinsically inflict burn. It wouldn't be bad to have more burn damage, but that's going to be small here. Let's get that freeze going. Freezing flamethrower. Oh, and the Shadow Clone inflicts bullet hits. I expect so, Lunar. The heavy-hitting weapon with Shadow Clone seems like a good one. Let's see, we're not going to take the Dragon Egg. More impact. Alright, for science. Okay, the dash does not go through enemies. Bullet speed with the flamethrower might actually be good. Let's take that. Get more coverage. It does... The dash is really good for the thread the needle moves. Let's take Vitality. All right. Yep, less risk of getting chomped on the way through, so... Alright, the dash is not a purely directional thing. Ow, hit the tree. The dash can move during it. A little more max ammo. This isn't great for me to push towards. Holding still is not great. Fire rate. Well, reload speed. I mean... Yep. If you get enough reload speed... let's get this going to push towards the regeneration. Regeneration is a very rare perk. Hidden Blade. Hina is now invincible during her dash. Hina's dash deals damage equal to her bullet damage to enemies in the way. Science? Yep. Okay, Hina is much more powerful than it sounded initially. Okay, let's get those bullet damage up. Yeah, if you want to pick one character to unlock, man. Piercing is not urgent right now. But we're going to take Reaper rounds on the way to some other upgrades. Yes, bullet damage affects the Shadow Clone there, and it is unfortunate because the Flamethrower has very little bullet damage. Okay. So if I take this one, I'm one closer to Assassin, and I think Assassin is really good for this weapon. Because it's DO... Oh, ow. Alright, there's that mini-boss out of the way. Because assassination is, if they're at low health, it kills them. And I can hit a lot of enemies and whittle their health down. I have to say, I'm not fond of the flame cannon. Okay, we're going to take this because I need the extra health. But it's not mattering. I think our move speed affects the rate at which we can dash. Like, the frequency? Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, I think I want to try her again soon. Because she has a lot of potential. Also, welcome aboard, Adam. Alrighty. So the last one is Abby, whose ability is very weird. Right-click to quickly shoot all your remaining ammo in random directions. I don't understand what the point of her is. So you can see each one of these characters and the guns have markers around them. That is the level of difficulty that I have cleared them at. Alright, let's rotate back around. I'm not going to play Abby. I don't understand why that's supposed to be good. We're going to rotate back around to... Actually, let's do Hina again. And let's use the grenade launcher. Now, I have to be careful. This does self-damage. You see how it's a red bullet? Yep, it does bullet damage. More bullet damage. Okay. Big shots. Oh, bigger booms, too. Okay, magnetism early. Gotten it a bit close with those grenade shots sometimes. Bullet speed will help. This thing is kind of short range. Grenade launcher's kind of gross so far. Or pickup range. Oh. You can probably spot when I turn to look at the chat. Alright, let's see here. More pickup range. Yeah. I wonder if the piercing would allow for the explosion to happen multiple times, or is it a where it stops is where the explosion happens? Okay, power shots. Oh no, Reaper rounds. Okay, here's some piercing. It's where it stops. This time, maneuver. Automatically reloads her gun using her dash. I like that. We'll take vitality. Hina, very powerful. We'll take Frost for some CC. Right now, nothing's living through it, but that's a matter of time. Oh, while we are reconnecting here, I'm gonna check on something. Where are you hiding? There you are. Cams. That. Move that. Add this. See if I can get this working. Let's see if this functions. No, it's not working. One more try. Such a hassle. Okay, now we're going to switch back over, see if it works. Yes, it does. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to be right back, and then we will continue with this run. Leave you with the thumpy beats of this game. All right, getting settled back in. Back in we go. Back in we go. Or if this will go through right now, let's find out. Anyway. Hello, Ember. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Ooh, double shot. Yeah. More grenades. I'm not saying to make this a rhythm game, but I feel like they should make, I feel like they should make more of the sprites like bounce in time to the music. Yes, that's the only thing that makes it worthwhile is the fact that a direct hit with the grenade does some damage too. Okay. What's next? Let's get less bullets, or more bullet speed, I should say. There's also a lot to be said for punching through the crowd and hitting the ones far in the back. Because a common problem you run into is, oh. How about Rorschach? It is important that a cat be on camera. That is true, Lunar. The fact that it's going so far away from me each time means I... Oh, dang it. As much as I like Maneuver, I really prefer the Hidden Blade. Nope. Still, pretty good. Grenade launcher is very good. Okay, somebody other than Hina. We just stomped all over the world with Lilith. Let's do Diamond again, but with the grenade launcher. Yeah, I think the invulnerable dash is the thing that makes Hina really good. Power shots. Early on, the wave clear that this has is just lovely. This is a bad idea, but I'm going to try it. Cluster bombs! It's a risk, but if I'm careful, which is why it's a risk, because I'm not, that can happen. Okay, then we're doing Vitality to get that rolling. Ow. There goes that, not as careful as I should be moment, you know? Magnetism, get some more of that XP going. Let's see. I think explosion scales with damage. Because the splinters are like 10% damage. Multi-shot. Yeah, I don't want fanfire. Now, the last passive we got on Diamond was a you get stronger permanently when you get hit. Okay. Pickup range, accelerate the leveling. Bulk up. Increases bullet damage and bullet size by 15% every time you heal. Well, maybe she gets a healing ability later that makes it easier. Same with split fire. We're taking it. Just gotta be careful. See, something just hit me and I didn't see what it was. Take aim, get a little bit more range. Yeah, again. Wonder what I'm not seeing, you know? Or reload's not a bad thing. Okay, what do we got? Sniper for more speed and damage. Big shots. Woo! Reaper rounds, piercing. A lot of damage. Nope. Reaper rounds was helping, but I think ultimately the cluster shot was making it really risky to move around. Interesting, though. Interesting. Making progress. Making progress. Learning things. Okay, let's see here. SMGs do so very little damage compared to other weapons. They're 100% reliant on, like, on-hit effects, and I'm not thrilled with that. The first time I actually cleared the game was with shotgun, and then subsequently did it on revolver after resetting for these runs. We got to this and then we didn't spend anything. Let's go back to Shauna with a shotgun. Shotgun's kind of fun. Yes. The character Spark, who we played earlier, has an on-hit effect that really benefits well from SMGs. The problem I think we had is that we didn't get enough bullet effects in there. And there are a lot of perks that are on-hit effects. Start with some power shots to get the damage up. Yeah, the Spark Run had potential, but we do need to revisit that. And make sure that we're taking more bullet upgrades to give us some direct punch. No, but you can get a nice little, almost like a 45 degree, like, well, not quite 90 degrees, let's say, cone going. Pickup range. We can get to piercing with the shotgun. That'll help us a lot. But I'll take extra projectiles. Yeah, if you can get to, I think it's Fusillade on this one, you get a lot of projectiles. Okay. Yeah, Fusillade, it's +1 projectile, but it doubles the base. So then you've got +1 for double shot, +1 for Fusillade, on top of 8 from the shotgun. We didn't take the fan fire because it's good. We took it because we want the subsequent abilities. Okay. Assassin, now if they're below 20% HP, they just die. And we have to hope we get a really good one next. So Glare isn't a terrible choice here, but what we're going to do is we're going to triple our Frost Mage. Now we have very good crowd control. So if we look, triple Frost Mage. So 3 separate 35% chances. More bullet speed and damage. There's our fusillade. Yep, we got a really good chance to freeze on hit. Yeah, if I could have tripled it, that would have been magical. But that said, it reduces damage, so it would reach a point where I'm spread-shotting a lot of little bitty damage. So, since I empty my clip so frequently, ice shards on this one is good. Alright, here's the first nasty segment. Then we shatter frozen enemies. Alright, we have to hedge a little bit here with a Holy Shield. Well, I feel like we have to. Because I'm down to a one-hit kill otherwise. Yep. The trick would be is does she still hit stuff? Bigger bullets, more killing power. Requiring a lot more concentration than expected here. Well, not too surprising given the game, just suddenly having to focus in. Just about universally, anything that says it fires a shot is affected by the weapon. Goes my bubble. And now we're dead. Oh, I see what you mean. Does it fire the shotgun? That kind of thing. Well, there's one way to find out. Now, we're probably going to stop a little early today. This game is pretty intense, and I kind of feel like we've also shown off just about everything about it. But we are going to keep going accordingly. We don't want 2-second reload time. So there's shotgun. This might be over really quickly. Okay, that's terrible. It is a shot in a random direction. Maybe grenade launcher? But that's a long reload. The problem is you're paying with the reload. And the base reload is 1 second. Let's see. How about... SMG takes 2 seconds to reload. It'd be a lot of shells going out. It would be 24 shells going out, but in random directions, and then 2 seconds of nothing. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I mean, it's cute, the little Tasmanian devil animation, but kind of terrible otherwise. But what about, say, Spark? Who has on-hit effects with, say... I mean, Revolver is good in that you get 6 shells, they do reasonable damage. Shotgun gives you a lot of pellets to begin with. So each shell at 8 shells for a second of reload, almost instant, or 6 shells really quickly for a reload. Let's try shotgun. Every one of her pellets has a 50% chance to strike with lightning for a little bit. And for the purposes of perks, that is striking with lightning. Power shots, get more kills. So the thing we messed up on last time playing as her is we did not spend time making our guns stronger. We just stacked on-hit effects, but eventually the creatures were too strong to take down with just the on-hits. Things like Pyromage there. Yes, you get a percentage chance for a different lightning strike. So each of these pellets can passively strike for about 5 damage, 50% of the time. Then the Lightning Mage one is like a 20% chance on hit to have lightning strike a random enemy. And then Lightning Mastery is all lightning bolts hit harder and have an AoE. We're going to take Magic Dagger because it's really good. Even if we never upgrade it. We did a summon-based run earlier, and it was ridiculous. Now, early on, the reason that the dagger is so good is it scales off gun damage, and it rapidly strikes everything. Okay. Take split fire, get to Fusillade faster. Fire away. Okay, of this set, we'll do this one first. Ouch. Mishandled my ammo economy there. Okay, we're going to start down the road towards Glare, because if we can get to Sight Magic, that helps her. I'm surprised they didn't have a one of the characters be cold-centric, because they have a fire and a lightning one. Sight Magic. Let's see. Don't want too many summon things. Let's get rubber bullet. Well, rubber bullets will lower my damage. Take the scythe. Lightning strikes also inflict burn. That's a good deal. Hey there, Taz. Welcome home. How was your trip? Did I just skip a perk? I think I just skipped a perk. Nope. Okay, good. Didn't think I could skip a perk, but, you know. Wouldn't be the first game that I did that. Bullets. Let's see. We have sight magic, so we might as well double glare damage and get more range out of it. For our second mini boss. Dodge the horsey. Yeah, so here's Electro Mage, which is every second shot. From my understanding, and tell me if you'd agree on this, Tass, it's more like the sort of TV sitcom that you would find on the NRA network or Primetime Fox. Well, off Primetime Fox, let's say. We are getting ourselves pummeled here. Okay, I don't need summon damage amped up. Get that bullet damage up there. We're heading into the first super wave one, and I think that's going to kill us. Or we'll just get tagged accidentally there. Okay, folks. Like I mentioned, we're going to end a little bit early today. This is we've pretty much seen the entirety of the game at this point during the stream. So we're not going to overpress it. See here, button. Thanks for viewing, everybody. I do hope to see you next time. Tomorrow's stream is going to be on Twitch, and it'll be Noida. That is correct, Tess. 20 Minutes Till Dawn is amazingly less forgiving than Vampire Survivors. It requires a completely different skill set. It is much more about dodging and maneuvering, and also building up for max area, like max directed clear on slower firing weapons. Like, you need to be able to sweep the screen clean very quickly, because those reload times will get you killed. But again, I do want to thank everybody for joining us today. Special thanks to my patrons over on Twitch and on Patreon for helping support the channel. If you'd like to join in with the community, you can join in through the Discord server there. Also, if you'd like to find my YouTube videos, my Twitch channel, my Patreon, or my Ko-fi, it's Newt Mechanist at all of those. Nice repetition there on the screen. Again, our next stream is going to be tomorrow on Twitch from 1 to 5. We'll be playing modded, very heavily modded Noida, and I hope to see you there. And with that, good night, everybody.